all going to share ours, but I'll read you a few here. BuzzFeed asked married people in their community to share all 2 real marriage advice. They were like, you're talking to somebody who's never been married. What's the really real advice that you share with them? All right, here's one. Don't marry the person you get along well with. Marry the person you fight well with. That sounds terrible.
Well, being able to fight clean.
Well, you can do both. Yes, fighting clean is good, but if you don't get along with them, you're going to fight all the time.
Correct.
I understand the sentiment, but I think you do marry the person that you can exist wonderfully with.
Yes.
I don't think you have to get along and be, gaga goo goo all the time.
Because you're going to argue.
Yes.
A lot.
Here's
A
one.
lot.
The most valuable piece of advice I received was, you are vowing to stay together. You are not vowing to stay the same people. She said, my husband and I are not the same people we were 13 years ago. It's been wonderful growing with him. That's interesting, that you grow and you change and you have to figure out how to stay together even
And
though
you're
there are
allowed
changes.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Learn to let some stuff go. Don't stay mad forever about something that probably isn't a big deal in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I hear you. I'm not very good at that one. Because I'm 9 years old when it comes to that. Okay, so that's some of their brutally honest marriage advice. I will go first. I've been married since July of last year, so not even a year. So mine mostly has to do with the wedding because I'm still figuring out marriage in general. I think we probably all are, but especially for me, don't stretch yourself for a wedding. Don't do it. If you don't have it or you can't easily get it and pay it back, don't stretch yourself for the wedding. It's awesome. Our wedding day was amazing, and I, in every way, loved every second of it. But after having it, it will stay amazing, but all the little things that you worry so much about, they don't really matter the day of. The color of, you need to have exactly the kind of plates or chair. So if you don't have it, don't stretch yourself. You're going to have all that fun based on the people that are there that love you and the fact that you are getting married to someone you love. Let that be the center of your fun, not the next 3 years trying to pay it back. That's my advice. Don't stretch yourself for the wedding.
Good.
That's number one. Amy.
I would say you can go to bed mad. You hear all the time, like,
Good.
Yeah, don't go to bed mad at each other. Resolve it before you go to sleep. But it's like sometimes what you both need is sleep. So it's okay if you go to bed, you calm down, you have time to think, and then you try to resolve it the next day.
All right, tell Caitlin, you can go to sleep mad at me because I'll go play video games.
That's why you say it.
Eddie.
Yeah, embrace the in-laws and how different they can be than you.
Ooh, how different they can be.
It's very interesting. When you get married, you were raised a certain way and you believe certain things, but then you're married in an entirely different family. Your wife or your husband has a whole family behind them that has lived life completely different than you, and you have to embrace that because when you have kids, they're going to have some of those DNA things. It's going to be crazy. You're going to say, oh my gosh, like, her father-in-law, my father-in-law does what my son does, or my son's just exactly like her father-in-law. So things like that, it's okay that they're different. They're going to annoy you, but just embrace it.
By the way, I've been married for less than a year. We should say how long. Amy?
I've, like 15 or something
Eddie?
years?
Yeah, over 15 years.
Lunchbox, how long you been married?
6 years.
And your advice?
It's okay to still look at other people.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
What do you look at other people?
Like, check other people out.
Like chicks. Like
Chicks?
You're just looking at chicks.
Looking at chicks, or, if you're the wife, you're looking at dudes. It's okay to look at chicks and dudes and realize the grass isn't always greener. Like, you look at that, like my wife's at the park, and she sees a dad over there, and she's like, man, he's so hot, or I wonder if life would be great with him.
That?
She says he's so hot, I wonder if life would be great with
She
him.
probably thinks that in her head, and you have to realize that, you know what, they have different things that make them crazy, make them weird, and that your life is not always better just because you're looking at other people. But I say you can still check out other people, but realize the grass isn't greener.
So if, let's say, a very attractive woman walked by,
Yeah, take a look.
would you turn your head and look at her as she walked by if you're walking with your wife?
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's like, the grass is browner.
No,
So it
I get
cancels
it,
it
but
out?
Yeah.
So it's back to even.
Interesting.
But would you go, wow, and turn your head like a full
Yeah,
look?
and my wife be like, oh, you think she's attractive? Yeah, she's a good-looking lady.
Okay.
And you just
I
tell
have
her.
a feeling that's
Y'all
not what
do
happens.
not. This does not
buy it.
happen. This can't happen.
Yeah.
Why, guys?
And this is bad advice. So for people listening,
It's
Oh,
not
true.
Eddie.
Okay,
Don't
yeah.
do
I
this.
was beyond that. I was just thinking this can't
How
happen.
is it bad advice?
But hasn't Eddie said he does this?
No, no, no.
Eddie wears sunglasses so he didn't get busted.
But
No, I
that's
don't.
different than turning your head. And
I walk
being-
behind my wife so she doesn't see what I'm
Oh
looking
my
at.
My point is.
But so what you're saying is it's good to keep looking at other women.
No.
My point isn't
Then why
that
do you do
you
it?
can look or not look. My point is, do you advertently go, wow, and just look?
Yeah,
and
just
she
imagine.
sees you.
Yeah, like if we're in the car, you know, she's sitting shotgun and there's a girl walking down the sidewalk. I'm like, oh, whoa.
No,
You make
do
noises
not.
too?
Do you do that noise?
I probably don't do the oh, whoa. I was like,
whoa.
Okay, so he's already embellishing.
Well, so there's your advice.
Oh boy.
We'll end with that one.
And none of us are experts.
I mean, I've been pretty good for 6 years.
For less than a year, I've been doing pretty good.
This is a Bobby Bones Show.